The fitness portal, an application for information science class 2470 interactive system design. Uh, the general concept behind this app was we will have a patient wearing a smartwatch that needs to relay notes over top of their data to their doctor. The doctor needs to be able to view those notes and have a meaningful exchange with the patient through this application. So we'll start with the login screen. In practice, this would take a username and a password, and the back end would determine if this is a patient or a doctor logging in and take them to the appropriate page. Here we've included links up here just so that we can get to those pages without having the credentials configured. There's no back end to this site, just design only. So we'll start with the patient site. If you're a patient, you logged in, you'll get your smartwatch data. You'll see your leading metrics here. We're only populating heart rate, but this could include anything that the watch or smart device is able to pick up. Could be pulse ox, could be blood sugar, could be sleep data. Any data point that's included would be charted out here against time. For this particular demo, time is represented in minutes since we were using fake data. We did not have perfect time and dates to operate off of, so we took one row and just assembled a fake set of minutes. Down here you have some key metrics like minimum beats per minute, average, maximum, and then over here would be historical notes taken. Once again, this is fake data, but in reality, in practice, this would have the actual notes that the patient took. So the functionality behind this is when you click on the chart anywhere, you're able to record a note. Upon recording a note, you click OK. It writes it to a data set. Since, once again, we don't have a back end, we have these event logs that come up in the form of CSVs. This would then be written back to the database for that person's ID at the time, logged over here to the side, and then represented to the doctor. Let's see what that might look like on the doctor's end. The patient portal was a bit more simplified since there would be one person logging in, knew everything there was to know about themselves. It's a different user experience. The doctor, however, manages multiple patients who have varying degrees of issues, potentially. So when they log in, they need some type of priority-based system of viewing these patients. So the proposed approach we gave would be on the back end, once again, some type of machine learning to identify patients who maybe had worse signals in the data to be populated up here. There, of course, you could navigate over to the patients and step into what those look, the full patient list. You could step into appointments you have coming up, step into notes the patients have left, and there's some additional generic settings like you would see with any website. Change password, tweak and modify items. Once again, we're looking at the patient's data over time and metric, leaning into the client's needs behind what this would display. We chose the doctor's side to illustrate how multiple metrics on the same person would show and how the doctor would be given functionality to make those visible and make those disappear for ease of reading. We provided a few high-level metrics over here to the left, and then some date filtering down here to take them to a specific date if they'd like. And then lead notes that were prioritized as issues would be populated here among the top-ranked patients to see. And then the familiar notifications area. Down here, we have a way for the doctor to respond to notes they find in the data by selecting the point on the chart and entering their notes in response here. So if they see an obvious change in activity that left to some type of cardiac event, they may have a more richer knowledge that they can apply what they know to what they see in the data and potentially share that back to the patient. That concludes the high-level demo of the fitness app.